Welcome back to the Pony Piston channel, everyone. Today, we're diving into a topic that's been buzzing around the automotive world, the Chevrolet Express. Yeah, that big boxy van you've seen hauling tools, gear, or even families for decades. But here's the thing. The Chevy Express as we know it might finally be reaching the end of the road. Now, I know what you're thinking. The Express? Ending? After all these years? Well, according to multiple reports, Chevrolet might finally retire the Express by 2026, marking the end of an era for one of America's longest-running vans. And honestly, it's about time. Let's be real. The current Express is ancient. The design dates back to the mid-90s, and aside from a few small updates, it hasn't changed much since your parents were using dial-up internet. Inside, it's about as basic as it gets. Hard plastic everywhere, no modern infotainment, and zero luxury. It's reliable, sure, but in 2025, it feels more like a relic than a real competitor. Meanwhile, rivals like the Ford Transit, Ram ProMaster, and even Mercedes-Benz Sprinter have gone modern, offering sleek interiors, smart tech, and electric options. The Express, on the other hand, has just stayed the same. It's like Chevy hit pause on evolution. So with all this talk about the end in 2026, that brings up the big question. What's next? If Chevrolet is saying goodbye to the Express, what should replace it? What does the future of the Chevy van really need to look like to compete or even stand out in the EV era? Well, that's what today's video is all about. So here's our Chevy EV van wish list. The things the electric replacement absolutely needs if it wants to carry the Express legacy forward. All right, first up, AWD. Yes, all-wheel drive. This is non-negotiable. Vans today aren't just for city deliveries. People use them for camping, overlanding, and off-road adventures. The old Express was rear-wheel drive, and if you wanted AWD, you had to go aftermarket. That's not good enough anymore. The new electric version needs a real factory-built AWD system, preferably with dual motors, one for the front, one for the rear. Imagine the traction and instant torque you'd get off the line. Perfect for icy roads, muddy trails, or pulling a heavy load up a steep hill. Next, let's talk about power options. Now, of course, a full EV setup makes the most sense. Zero emissions, low maintenance, and smooth torque. But Chevy could also think smart and offer a hybrid variant, at least for the first few years. Why? Because not everyone is ready to go fully electric yet. A plug-in hybrid could give customers range confidence while still introducing them to EV tech. Now let's talk design. The current Express looks like a brick on wheels, and I say that with love. It's tough, but it's boring. The new electric version needs to keep that rugged, no-nonsense vibe, but modernize it. Think sharper edges, LED lighting, functional body lines, and maybe even off-road ready trims. If Chevrolet really wants to make waves, they could take inspiration from their Bright Drop EV van lineup. It's clean, futuristic, and aerodynamic. But add a bit of muscle to it. A tougher front end, beefier tires, maybe some plastic cladding that makes it look ready for adventure. Now, on to something that really matters for van owners, the interior. This is where Chevrolet has to step up. The old Express feels like a workshop on wheels. Fine for 1998, but not anymore. The new EV van needs a tech-forward cabin, a big central touchscreen with the latest infotainment, digital gauges, multiple USB-C ports, wireless charging, and yes, actual comfort. Give it soft touch materials, ergonomic seating, and storage that's smartly designed for both work and travel. Whether you're a contractor or a camper, it should feel like a modern workspace and a home on wheels. Speaking of campers, Chevy should absolutely design this van with conversion in mind. People are crazy about van life right now, and they're turning these cargo vans into mini homes. The new Express replacement needs to support that. That means flat-load floors, modular seat rails, solar-ready wiring, and factory options for roof racks and auxiliary batteries. Basically, make it easy for anyone to turn this van into whatever they need. A work van, a mobile office, or a weekend getaway vehicle. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking. Chevy already has BrightDrop, their electric delivery van line. And that's true. But BrightDrop is mainly aimed at big companies like FedEx and Walmart. What we're talking about here is a consumer-focused version, a tough, practical EV van that regular people can buy. Something that feels like the spiritual successor to the Express, but built for this new electric age. Pricing will obviously play a huge role too. If Chevy wants this van to succeed, it has to land somewhere reasonable, ideally starting around $45,000 to $50,000 for the base model. That's right in line with what people expect for a capable electric AWD van. And finally, let's talk identity. The Chevrolet Express has always stood for dependability. It wasn't fancy, but it worked every single day. The new one doesn't need to be flashy or luxurious. It just needs to take that same dependable spirit and wrap it in technology and design that makes sense in 2026 and beyond. So yeah, the Chevy Express might be dying, but if Chevrolet plays their cards right, its electric replacement could be one of the most exciting vans we've ever seen. Something that keeps the name's legacy alive, just with a jolt of electricity. All right, that's my wish list for the future Chevy EV van. What do you think? Should Chevy bring back the Express name for its electric version, or start fresh with something entirely new? Let me know in the comments below. I'm curious what your perfect electric van would look like. If you enjoyed this video and you're as passionate about cars and the EV revolution as I am, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and tap the bell icon so you don't miss the next upload. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.